these wishes on my other guy, so hope you guys enjoy. Also going to be watching some videos here on child videos, so that'll be kind of some of the background music that you hear. Just trying to find out what a good weapon is for this guy. On my guy, I got like a 2-star constellation or 1-star constellation on him. I'll be able to pull 2 of them like relatively quickly, so hopefully we'll see what we can do, huh? Alright, hope you guys enjoy.
Now let's do the exact same combo, but this time I'm going to use the stringless. I will honestly say that both weapons are very viable, but through extensive research and Spiral Abyss, I'm going to say that the stringless is better right now. I'm going to go into a lot of detail about this later on in the video, however right now I'm going to give you some nice team compositions that make Child be an amazing DPS. The first team composition that I'm going to give you guys is the one that I showed you in the clips earlier. With this very specific combo that I'm doing in this clip right now as well, you are able to get 6 extra attack boosts for Tartaglia. Let's explain this just a little bit. So I start off this combo with Xianling with Woba. When Woba leaves the field, he leaves behind the pepper that increases attack. Be sure to collect that one with your main DPS. I immediately switch to Bennett for his Q. Now the field that Bennett leaves behind gives an attack boost to players that are inside it. Bennett also uses Nobles of Blizzard, which I cannot pronounce so I'm showing it on the screen right now. Then comes in Barbara with the Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayer's weapon, which gives an extra 48% attack, and the hidden little detail on this one is that Barbara gives a 15% hydro damage bonus with her ability. And here comes Tartaglia.
Who's next?
This second team focuses around utilizing elemental reactions to help out deal extra damage. I highly recommend an electro character like Fishy because you can get the electro charged element and attack boost to players that are inside it. Bennett also uses Nobles of Blizzard, which I cannot pronounce so I'm showing it on the screen right now. Then comes in Barbara with the Thrilling Tales of the Dragon Slayer's weapon, which gives an extra 48% attack, and the hidden little detail on this one is that Barbara gives a 15% hydro damage bonus with her ability. And here comes Tartaglia. This second team focuses around utilizing elemental reactions to help out deal extra damage. I highly recommend an electro character like Fishy because you can get the electro charged elemental reaction quite frequently. Sack Rose is also crucial for this team because he can decrease the hydro resistance of the enemies. As a fourth member I chose Diona here, but you can do pretty much any character you want depending on your team and what characters you actually have.
Yep. It's not even worth it. Not even worth it to pick that up. Scouring the beach, just trying to get star conscious to get a boy up here.
The third team that I'm going to give you guys enable Tartaglia to deal insane amounts of damage through critical hits. When we get into the talents later in the video, I'm going to show you his passive talent and why critical hits are such an important thing. This time around we're going to exploit this passive by having 2 cryo units in our team. This means that we get the elemental resonance that gives us 15% critical chance on all party members when we attack enemies that are frozen or affected by cryo.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Now let's get into the art.
From the outside,
Yes. Jesus.
Artifacts a little bit. The one thing that I am dead set on is that you need to have hydro damage bonus percent on the goblet. Because his melee attacks are all hydro damage, this is the best option hands down. Now as for the substats go, this applies to all of the artifacts. You want to maximize critical damage, attack and critical rate. Right now I am using Gladiator 2-piece and the Berserker 2-piece, which as I told you already is far from optimal, but I'm just about to hit AR 45 and this is when you want to start farming for artifacts. Keep in mind that our damage output would be a lot better If you are able to get enough critical rate, I highly recommend using a Noblesse Oblige set, because this gives an extra 20% damage on your elemental burst. And even with this set, I am still able to get very nice stats, to get something around 65% hydro damage bonus, which is absolutely nice. Also check this little detail out. If I use Barbara Z, as I told you before, you get an even extra hydro damage bonus. Okay, now there are two main differences regarding those two weapons. The base attack is exactly the same, however the Rust has a 37% innate passive, while the Stringless gives an elemental mastery of 151. However, another thing that is very crucial and important to mention is that the Stringless has an elemental skill and elemental burst boost by 30% on Refinement rank 2. Meanwhile, Rust gives a normal attack damage by 40%. People are going to immediately say that the Rust is a better option, because if you use him as a main DPS character, this 40, 50 or 60% even, depending on your refinement rank, is going to be huge. Damage dealt through Riptide Slash is considered elemental skill damage. Do you start to see where I'm going with this? Do you see why this could actually be way better? Obviously the elemental burst damage is going to be insane, so the Stringless is more of a one-hit KO burst weapon. So overall, I'm going to tell you guys that both options are very viable, but especially in Spiral Abyss, I'm going to be using Stringless more. Since today is the reset day of Spiral Abyss, I'm going to give you guys some gameplay on how you can utilize Child effectively into Spiral Abyss. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, be sure to drop a like because it helps us out a lot, and it makes us want to make more content like this. If you noticed that I had 2 Dionas in the 13th composition, be sure to let me know in the comments. If you didn't notice, be sure to go back and check and let me know in the comments. To deal insane amounts of damage through critical hits. When we get into the talents later in the video, I'm going to show you his passive talent and why critical hits are such is exactly the same. However, the Rust has a 37% innate passive, while the Stringless gives an elemental mastery of 151. However, another thing that is very crucial and important to mention is that the Stringless has an elemental skill and elemental burst boost by 30% on Refinement rank 2. Meanwhile, Rust gives a normal attack damage by 40%. People are going to immediately say that the Rust is a better option, because if you use him as a main DPS character, this 40, 50 or 60% even, depending on your refinement rank, is going to be huge. Damage dealt through Riptide Slash is considered elemental skill damage. Do you start to see where I'm going with this? Do you see why this could actually be way better? Obviously the elemental burst damage is going to be insane, so the Stringless is more of a one-hit KO burst weapon. So overall, I'm going to tell you guys that both options are very viable, but especially in Spiral Abyss, I'm going to be using Stringless more. Since today is the reset day of Spiral Abyss, I'm going to give you guys some gameplay on how you can utilize Child effectively into Spiral Abyss. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, be sure to drop a like because it helps us out a lot, and it makes us want to make more content like this. If you noticed that I had 2 Dionas in the 13th composition, be sure to let me know in the comments. If you didn't notice, be sure to go back and check and let me know in the comments.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Thank you all for watching. This has been Chris from Young Gaming. Have a wonderful and fantastic day.
Alright, what is up everyone?
No time to lose.
David, Kevin, Chris, Shanky,
No time to lose.
Hunter, Care Bear. Alright, so I have been playing around with Child, and I'm still not convinced that he's a F2P hero.
I wonder what the rest of the
A lot of
Harbingers
people
are up
have
to.
been showing me some
Plotting and
videos of
scheming
him
on an
doing
ever
a
grander
lot of
scale, no
damage.
doubt.
But as a person who tried to do a big damage with like Sucrose, you know, Bennett, and all those buffers,
The new Jabra Elite 8.
From basically if you spend on the moral flowers or if you spend on the experience flowers, which one's better for what value at what adventure?
Give me a second. I'll do this on Twitch. That's gonna take some time. I know you guys are here to see summons. Oh, never mind. I got 4 gigs to download. Just kidding. We'll summon here while we wait. Wait, what? Hold on, hold up.
Yeah.
Oh, they just changed the damn picture. Yeah, it's just new artwork. Nah, man. It's just new artwork. Yeah. Just a reskin. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god, that's funny. I seen that, I was like, yo. Nah. It's just a new picture. Don't fall for that. Hey, boys, let's go. Alright. Question is, child or hero or somebody else? You can't pull Glee anymore. Another Mona? Dude, that would be hilarious. Goddamn shit. Oh, God. That was a quick one, though. Oh my god, what? Let's go, baby. Yo, let's go. Yo, let's go. In 20 summons, though. Let's go. Come home, Tartaglia. Come home. Let's. Effing, I pulled my damn cord out the wall. Man, bro.
No time to lose.
Dude, if that turned to orange again, bro, I would have been like, yo. Yo. Okay. So we're just waiting a second. I'm just waiting for this patch to download on my tablet. And then we'll get some more. We'll do probably another. Nina with the $5 super chat. It says, yo, Dino Cap can't make this up. I literally said in my head back to back. Tony goes with the files, suggested we know you can release an awesome official tutorial video for TARTAGLIA. Alright, I'll definitely check it out. The stringless affect his melee entirely or just the activation? I think it affects everything. Because I'm thinking stringless could be really, really good on him. Alright, yeah, how many are flying basement? Let's start. 57 more summons. I feel like I should just save these for John Lee. Nah. For what? Oh, it's not gonna start till next week. No BP yet? I don't know. I haven't checked the battle pass. We are at 30% on the tablet right now. Y'all heard that? Thunder God Drake, all the other 5-star in the banner. I have everything but Kaching. Nice dude. Congrats on the oh, excuse me. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. You got Mona? Nice. Join the party. Free to play, 100%, baby, 100%. These summons just appear in my account, man. I can't make this stuff up. Thoughts, dude? I think these characters are gonna be a lot of fun, man. I think a lot of people, especially like for those of you guys who are co-oping a lot, who kind of like to play that support role, I think Diona's gonna be a lot of fun to play for you
Where
guys.
I'm from,
You guys
if
are
we
in a
didn't keep
4-man team.
moving,
I
we'd
think
freeze to
that's
death.
really good for team
Literally.
utility, especially as the content gets harder. Hey, I think was that our last Iona? 50% on the tablet.
No time to lose.
Oh, nope, that wasn't the last thing. Or was it? You just did a single, got chopped. Nice, dude, Grants. When was Zhong Li? Not till December 1st, man. We still got time. That should be the last. You made 3 accounts to get Diona?
I could get used to this.
Diona Max. There we go, baby. Let's go. Another child? Child or Mona again? Who's it gonna be?
No time to lose.
Renisha with the $1 tip says, just got child Mona and my baby Diona and 40 pools. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You love me. Hey, love you. Appreciate the love. Fuck, man. I'm not even using her. Like, literally not even using her. Normal is attack hits, there's a 20% chance it'll automatically be followed by a charged attack. Yo. Yo. Bruh. Mona. Bruh.
No time
really?
to lose.
Automatic provoke on
No time
basic
to lose.
attack? Yo. Okay.
No time to lose.
Alright. Yeah. Mona busted. Jesus, that C2 is stupid. Party member attacks and the opponent affected by unlimited crit rate increase by 10%.
Tidal wave. Stop. Stop.
What? Maximum damage.
Yeah.
Go, go, Fairy Bunny! Let the show begin!
Oogie. Alright, 70%. What happened to, oh, I still need to put the... Didn't I have it on the roll? Oh, only on please.
No time to lose.
I'm not gonna be scared. Looks like I know what I'm doing today. I'm gonna be farming child here today. Use this. Shield bonus damage. Use that real quick. I can use this though. So maybe we'll just run two glad. Oh my god, 02 with the $20 super chat says, yo, what's good? You haven't been in here a while. Hope everything is good. I have one question. When will Shinyan coming to the game? I thought she was gonna. Yeah, she is. Kind of staggered the banners a little bit. So
Riptide.
No one escapes my sight!
actually, though.
Go, go, Fairy Bunny!
Tidal wave.
I don't know if I like it'll do for now. We'll figure it out. Alright. Let me level this. We're waiting 87%.
No time to lose.
1.1 been out for like a while. All right. Verifying file integrity, and then we'll do a few more stuff. Oh, perfect. I don't have enough XP though, I don't think. But I think we'll be able to get him to Ascension 8. But I need more XP for it. I was hoping the packs were gonna reset. But I got the mats so I'm gonna have to use the rest of the XP. I just gotta do these, but I can craft these. I'm never gonna get y'all the 90. Oh, I forgot about his passive. He increases talent levels. Dude, I forgot all about that. Oh, definitely.
Eyes on me! Shouldn't let your guard down.
Oh, we got the new bosses too, bro. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Can't run from death. Let the show begin.
Was I off on my map? I think so. I think I was off by one. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're good.
Let's dance.
Alright. Diona? Yeah, I still I need more character XP mats for Diona. Yeah, the new packs ain't out yet. You guys got the new packs on your thing? They are reload.
Yep. No time to lose.
Asia has it? Oh, okay. So it's just at reset then? Oh. We really gotta watch this. Anybody on Global that buys the weekly packs, bought the packs this week? Or half the packs?
to this.
00 with shout out super chat says you have the finite I'm not asking for EU, I'm talking for Global. For America. I'm on American, the packs, what? No, I'm streaming on Twitch. We're just summoning on YouTube. My team times is constellation. Condensed resin basically just gives you double reward. Think of it like running a dungeon boys.
Let the show begin.
No time to lose. Just a screw.
Two resins for everyone. Two moons. We get a new weapon. We get all kinds of new recipes once we get into the reputation. But I'll be getting more into that when we get on. How did you log into? You can. I do it all the time. Video that I just dropped, but I just got this information. Shouts out, hold on, checking the Discord. Shouts out to Kareem for sending me this information. Apparently these photos were found in Zeal's Ambitions Discord. So I guess the guy, his name is Paka. Hopefully I said that right, dude. But thank you. He had made these routes, and I wanted to share these with you guys right now because server reset is getting ready to happen. Matter of fact, by the time you guys see this video, server reset should have happened. So if you guys are looking for the latest and greatest route, these are the photographs that you guys can see here. I'm currently on the Asia server, which is why I had this.
Behold, the
highlighted.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der
What's up, guys? It's your boy Damone, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Today we're going to be looking at the event and whether or not we can use condensed resin. Introducing a new character. Don't worry, I won't spoil the story. Just know that he is absolutely here. So how this event is going to work, guys, is you basically have these little asteroid craters, meteorite remains is what they're called. You guys can locate these on your map. They'll be marked on the map for you. I won't explain how just yet, just because you guys will have to go through the story on your own and find out, especially for my global peeps or for people playing on the American server. Once you guys do these, the levels are quite a bit different if you can do the one according to your world level. This is actually quite a bit different than what we saw in the screenshots. On this account, on my Chinese account, I'm actually AR35, and I'm actually able to go up to recommended party level 65, which gives 40 fragments for 20 energy. So with this, guys, this actually looks a lot better than I actually thought in the first place. So the rules here are you have to basically get to 300 points by killing enemies. You have to pay attention to the elemental properties as well. So if it's lightning, obviously use ice or fire. But if you guys step out of the circle, your points will go down. So keep that in mind as well. Now's the moment of truth, guys. Let's go ahead and loot this and see if we can use condensed resin. Alright, so it is confirmed. we are not able to use condensed resin. Let me just double check and make sure that I have condensed resin, and I think I do have one, but it looks like we're only able to use regular resin for this. However, the rewards, like I said, are quite a bit better than what I thought. At level 35, world rank 5, I'm actually able to do up to level 65, which gives me 40 fragments per. It's compared to the original 25 that I saw. So with this, for the 150, you can get 10 heroes wit for 120 energy clear, which is, it's absolutely insane. So hopefully you guys have your resin or your fragile resin ready to go. Unfortunately, we will not be able to use condensed resin, but again, this event is even better than I thought. Also, make sure to hit up your meteoric waves so you guys can do your quests, as well to cash in on a bunch of primo gems and fragment rewards. One thing I do need clarification on though, guys, is I don't know if this actually reset again, because I didn't do this actually on my Asia account. I just did it on my global, so I don't know, like, this could potentially reset again today, but we'll find out again tonight if we have done these. If you guys are playing on the Asia server as well, give me confirmation if this reset for you. If this did reset for you guys, then this means that we could potentially be doing part 1 all throughout the event, which would be really nice, because that's pretty much 90 free primo gems a day if this continues. If it doesn't, however, part 2 is still really good, so we'll have to go from there. So be sure to cash in your rewards here for this, and make sure you guys take advantage and get everything you need out of the shop in preparation for part 3. Guys, this event is just absolutely insane. I don't know what the hell, like, they just turned on the generosity window and now they're just trying to give it all to us. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up. You guys got some good things coming in your future, especially if you guys are playing on the America server. So take this time to, you know, get your stuff ready or position yourself to have as much resin as possible at midnight or around server reset time when the event starts. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, it's your boy Damone, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace. What's up, guys? It's your boy Damone, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Today I'm on the Chinese server waiting for the new event to start. We'll talk about that and see if condensed resin can work there, but we're not here to talk about that in this video. I'm actually really surprised to see this. This was posted on the Chinese Twitter, or maybe it was actually the official Twitter. I don't know, it was some Twitter. But shouts out to Zenyet for posting this on his Twitter. But we have some information for the new character that actually is supposed to be from Inazuma. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Inazuma is the new region that hasn't arrived yet in Genshin Impact. It's basically the third region that's supposed to be somewhere on this side of the globe here, where if you guys saw my patch prediction video about a week ago before I had to delete it, you know, due to leaks, not trying to lose my YouTube channel, I talked about how if we went down to Liyue, Beto's ship down here is probably going to take us to Inazuma. Now, I'm really surprised that they're actually going into the Inazuma arc this early, because I didn't anticipate Inazuma coming until 1.4, as I talked about in the patch prediction video again before it was deleted. Now, with this, depending on how aggressive they are with connecting the stories between the regions, maybe we could see it sooner, although it doesn't really make sense for it to come earlier. But I wouldn't be surprised at this point if Kamisato started to make a cameo appearance before she was released in a banner. Now that they're going to start to tie in the stories between Mondstadt and Liyue and Inazuma, things I think are going to start to get a little bit interesting. From what I understand about this character, before they talked about him being a catalyst, but we don't know if that was rumor. He might be our first male mage, but who knows? We'll just have to see how he ties into the story. But apparently, he's supposed to be featured in the story tomorrow. Well, technically today for Asia if you're on the Asia server, but for global he'll be, or America he'll be tomorrow. Or midnight, at midnight PST. So be on the lookout for this, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. I don't know how they're going to implement him in the story, or if he's going to be playable or not playable, or we're going to be able to summon for him in a banner. We don't know yet, but I'm excited. He looks a hell of a lot better in this image that I'm showing you guys right now than he did in the leaked images before, because in the leaked images it literally looked like the dude had an umbrella on his head, and I was not excited for him at all. But now after seeing the high qual image, I'm actually pretty hyped to see how he works out. So anyway guys, that's all I wanted to cover in this video. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys hyped for him, not hyped for him? You guys just waiting for Zhongli? Let me know what the general consensus is for the community. With that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, it's your boy Damone, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
In 1905, Boar's Head.
Always, it's your boy Damone, and we will see you guys. What's up guys, it's your boy Damone, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. I know that we did a kind of general guide for the entirety of the event, but I wanted to take a little bit of time and I wanted to get into kind of a shop breakdown so you guys know what to prioritize or how I'm going to really go about attacking this, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff in there that could be good but might not be, and I want to get into this because by the time the next part of the event starts, where we have to farm basically and use resin for, like, you know, the mock ley lines or whatever they have, I think things are going to take a little bit more of a priority based on the importance of the item. So the biggest thing is when I look at the event shop, well, at least for part 1, the cost of the adventure rank XP versus the ley line itself. So if we look at adventurer's experience, right? So if we look at the adventurer's experience, Hero's Wit is like 4 of these, you know, for 1, essentially for the exchange. If we look at the picture that you guys are seeing here, you guys see that their facial is level 70 in the photograph. So I'm just going to assume that this is the same account that they're using to look at the meteorite remains for the example here. So assuming that level 35 salvage meteorite cores appears when your characters are level 70, we're going to assume that this count is around adventure rank 35, which will put it at about world rank 5. So at world rank 5, you guys see in the photograph here, the recommended party for level 35 gives 25 of the shards here. And fortunately enough, guess who else is also level 70 on their Chinese account? That's right, your boy. So if we're looking at a per cost ratio, you guys can see here that it costs me 20 resin to get 2 to 3 of the Hero's Wit or the Purple Experience cards that you guys can see here, which would be equivalent, like if I got 3 every time, which would be equivalent to only about 12 fragments. Same with the Leyline Outcrops, I get 44,000, or if I look at the event shop, it's equivalent to about 18-ish fragments here for the same equivalent value. Now fast forward back to the photograph that I showed you guys here with the 15, the 25, and the 35. With assuming that you guys are going to be doing the level 35 one, the 25 shards that you'll get from this for the same 20 energy, assuming that the picture that we're looking at is from a AR35 world, is basically providing insane value here. Insane. Because for that 25, you can get 6 of these, right? Basically, so for 20 energy, you can get 6 Hero's Wits, which is absolutely nuts, to be honest, especially at this low of world level. Now, the value of this will either increase or decrease depending on how that adjusts. So if you guys are world rank 6, world rank 7, and we get more, then this event becomes even more valuable. But if this is the case, that if you're only AR35 and you're basically getting the same amount of Hero's Wit as you would get if you were venturing 45, this event is gonna kill it, right? Just in terms of, you know, what you need to do or what you can get based on these fragments, guys. So the more that I look into this event is starting to look really, really good, and it makes me really, really hopeful for how they're gonna handle the second phase of this. So I really wanted to look at this, and then in terms of like what I think you guys should buy, again, these are just really a last resort because they're so easy to get, guys. You know, if you look at per cost, I would say get all of this stuff first. Get your Mora, get your Hero's Wit, get your Adventurer's Experience first. Then after that, then buy these out, and then go for the Mora at the end. But at that point, I can't say that it's worth just doing these specifically for this. The reason I say that is because if we're looking at the Mora portion of this, after you guys have already cleared the shop here, let's say you're adventure rank 35 and you're getting 25 of these. When you use 25 of these fragments to get this right here, it's only giving you 12,500 Mora, right? So definitely not worth, not even close to being a ley line. So I would say that, you know, later on when we're doing the event in about a week from now, and if we're still getting these fragments on top of, you know, these materials as well, then whatever you have left over, then just, you know, put it in here and just grab them. All right. So again, guys, priorities is looking at the things that matter most. So this big chunk of Mora, this Hero's Wit, and this Adventurer's Rank experience first and foremost. Then grab these, then this. All right, because this is not that great. All right. This is the reason why it's unlimited, but that's is definitely what I would look at here. So anyway, guys, just a quick one today. I just really wanted to break down the shop value and whether it's worth your resin or not. And so far, you know, assuming that in the photographs with the fight show, the level 75 show and showcasing the stuff, that level 35 is what they're looking at, or AR 35 is what they're looking at, world rank 5. This event could be crazy. And like I said, if the value goes up, meaning they're world rank 7, you know, or your world rank 7 or world rank 6, then your rewards are going to be greater than that. Case in point is in this image right here, you guys only see 38. So assuming this is world rank 5, you get 38. But in the photograph from the live stream that they use, the value was actually 44. So again, guys, this is going to be a crazy event. And one of the biggest concerns that I had was that the materials wouldn't be worth getting, you know, because before they were kind of questionable even on the other event, but in this one it's looking like this is probably going to be the best place for you to farm, is the actual event itself while the event is going on. So just wanted to share this information with you guys. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, definitely let me know in the comment box below. And with that being said, we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Fellas, I'm going to show you a League of Legends program that is going to blow your mind. First of all, let's lock in. Second,
what's up, guys? It's your boy Damone, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Today, guys, we're going to be talking about the event. I'm on the Chinese server right now. We just got done streaming this and kind of playing around with the event. There's also an event summary up on the main site, and we'll be covering some of that too, because I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering if this event is worth your time. Now, I'm just going to say flat out that this event is either going to be the baddest, most awesome event ever, or it's going to be really mediocre. But it won't be bad. But I will say, though, up front that this is a lot better than the first one that we did. Definitely has a lot more depth, and we'll get into that right now. So big thing here, guys, is basically just split up into sections. When you guys go into the details here, we have 3 chapters, basically. You have Unknown Star, which is basically the first part. You go through, you can get some primo gems. In order to do this, you just basically hit this arrow point. It'll highlight a point on the map. Now, once you guys get to the area that's highlighted on the map, you guys will see like blue circles here on the map that you guys can see on my mini map, and you guys will just find these locations and try to collect the shards. After you collect the shards, you turn them in. Now, what you guys will do with these shards is they'll be used in the event shop. Alright, so in the beginning, you'll get these shards. You guys can see that we have 150 Heroes Wit that you can buy, basically almost 80 to 90. It's like 171 from 80 to 90. So this is quite a bit of XP that's available. And now, just a heads up, you can actually buy Mora Unlimited here. One of these shards for 500 Mora. 4 for 10,000, but this is limited to 250, of course. And then you also have, you know, the Heroes Wits. I can't say that these shards are worth, to be honest. Like, I would probably just focus on this bottom half of the shop here, because like you can just farm these anyway, unless you're just in a situation where you guys are just focusing on farming the event only, then of course pick these up. Now the next part is this shop, but this doesn't open for a week. This right here, we're going to touch on this before we get into part 2, but this right here is really what's going to be the make or break for whether the event is really really good or kind of mediocre, and that's depending on what the limit is, because you guys see here is limited item, and we don't know if this means that limited meaning you can only get one, because there's no quantity listed here like there is here, right? But we don't know if this means you can only get one, or if this is limited in a sense that you can only buy these while the shop is open. Does that make sense? So in a week we'll have better clarification, but if this is set up in a way that once we use the resin, it's going to be a 40 resin pop to do these, but if we can get this unlimited or buy these items unlimited, this is literally the craziest event, and you guys will definitely want to make sure that you guys do this. It's going to be pretty insane if that is the case. Now, the thing that's a little bit kind of makes me skeptical is that there's no limit here. This is not a limited item versus this one. So we, you know, it could be one of those things where we only buy like 1 or 2 or 3 of these or however many, and then we're just stuck with this, which doesn't make any sense. And you guys will see why when you see the just sheer amount of this reward material that we get just from doing one of the actual instances, which we're going to talk about right now. Now, keep in mind this part again starts in a week, but when we get into part 2, this is the part that is more so going to affect you guys over the course of the next 6 days. Alright, so now, like I said, you know, we're on the main site. You guys can definitely look over this for yourselves if you guys want to get the nitty-gritty, but they're basically just summarizing the first part where you're collecting the stars. But the things start to get interesting now when we get into Star of Deceitful Dreams. So basically what's going to happen is these are going to kind of operate kind of like ley lines. And this is where I'm really curious about condensed resin. This is what I was talking about in the previous video, kind of saving your condensed resin. For my peeps on America server, I don't think this is going to hit us until Tuesday. But so like use your resin today, obviously. But I would maybe put aside some condensed resin anyway. If you guys have some condensed resin put aside, I would just hold on to those just in case. We might be able to use those for this event, because the conditions for condensed resin is it has to be a 20 energy instance, right? So domains, ley lines, right? And since this is pretty much a ley line, I'm curious if we're actually able to use the condensed resin here. Now, of course, if we're not able to, then by all means, do whatever you got to do. Just pop them joints. But if we are able to use them, it's going to be really, really convenient, so you can just knock this out and get it out of the way. So keep in mind when we look at this, there are different levels to choose from when salvaging meteorite remains, and the available levels will vary according to your level. Salvage difficulty and rewards will vary with salvage level, so pick the most suitable difficulty, right? So you guys can see there's 15, 25, 35, right? So obviously pick the one that you can do most suitable for your world level. Now, how this works, you guys can just see here, you just basically defeat enemies during the battles to salvage Fading Star's might. The energy secreted by the meteor remains will have an effect on surrounding opponents and cause them to become more violent and gain elemental protection. So you have to pay attention to what's going on in the fight to kind of, you know, manage what's going on. However, you can use the 20 original resin to loot this, and this is why I said this is kind of like a ley line, which I'm really curious about using the condensed resin here. And then you'll get companionship XP, and then of course you'll get Fading Star's might. Now you can also claim additional rewards, and you guys can see these here. You can get primo gems, you know, after you salvage these, right? So 30 primo gems, and then you get like some ascension materials plus some mora. So again, this to me feels kind of like a ley line. Again, we'll have to wait and see though if the condensed resin is a thing. You then of course can use those shards again in the shop that I showed you guys before. That allows you guys to buy character XP, mora, you know, mats, whatever it is that you guys need. But that's going to be up to you to decide what's going to be the best for you. I'm sure in terms of cost breakdown, it's going to be better to just do this event over ley lines anyway, just due to the sheer amount of stuff and just because of how cheap it is, and with the amount of shards that you're going to be getting anyway for farming, it's pretty nice. Now, when we get into Phase 3 with the Star of Destiny here with the gameplay details, you can do this in either the solo or co-op mode. And this photograph is what I was talking about before. We see we get 38 of these giant shards here. And due to the sheer amount of how many that we get for 40 resin turned in, and due to the fact that this event literally lasts a week, it really makes me curious as to how much we're actually going to be able to buy out of the other shop. Because why would they give us so much if we're only able to buy like one of each, right? Because you can literally buy out that whole shop if you just did like 2 or 3 days of this only, at 38. So at 38 shards per reward. So it doesn't make sense. Again, this is going to be a wait and see, so we won't be able to confirm this for like 6 days. But if you guys are able, or if we're able to farm it out and just get as many of those mats as we can, I think it's a really, really good deal. And it's going to be a baller event for sure, especially if you guys have saved your fragile resin. Now, how this works is you're basically just going to defeat monsters to accumulate celestial energy. You'll press the T key or tap the submit icon within the celestial energy submission zone to submit the celestial energy. There's a limit to the amount of celestial energy that can be carried, so be sure to promptly submit your energy. If you are hit while submitting energy, the submission process is interrupted and you will lose the energy in your possession. When a casual astral anomaly is in effect, being interrupted during submission can even cause you to lose all your energy. So remain vigilant. You'll make sure you pay attention if you guys are doing this co-op with friends. You know, try to communicate with each other so you guys know what the hell is going on, and then just kind of move from there. These events are starting to get a little bit more coordinated as time goes by, and there are also some random buffs that we're not going to get into, but you guys can check that out when you guys go through this on your own. There's also a number of rewards here where you guys can get, you know, shards, of course, for completing, and then of course you can also get more of the fragments to get stuff, you know, the F2P way after you guys complete these. All right. Also, for those of you guys trying to get Facial, it's not going to be too hard. You just complete the initial quest, Star Destiny. Then you just accumulate the meteorite remains from the salvage, which, you know, starts here in a couple days. And then you accumulate completions of the Fallen Star Challenge. So by doing all of these, you guys get a free Facial. It's not too hard. You just basically participate in the event and get a free Facial. So for those of you guys who are wondering how to get your Facial, that's how. So with that, guys, I think this event is a hell of a lot better than the last one that we did, like miles and miles apart. But the, again, extent of how good this event actually is really dependent on how many rewards we're going to be able to get with this shop right here. So again, as we get more information, I'll be sure to pop on this a day early on the Chinese server so I can confirm how many of these we could buy. I'll do a couple of runs, we'll get some resources, and I'll let you guys know. But like, yo, this is the event, you need to go do this right now, right? But in the meantime, in between time, I would, again, before whatever server you guys are on, I would try to put aside some condensed resin just in case you happen to end up being able to use those for that event, just because just getting the shards and being able to buy all those mats, I'm going to take advantage of it personally because I want to get ready for Zhongli, and then of course, you know, the other characters that were leaked. So with that, I definitely would take advantage and start getting ready for this event because I think this event could be really, really, really good. So with that being said, guys, that's all I wanted to cover today. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, definitely let me know in the comment box below and I'd be happy to assist. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Keep your eyes on the Monster Angus Thick Burger. With sizzling bacon and 2 1/3 pound Angus beef patties. The monster is your daddy now. The new Monster Angus Thick Burger at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Damone, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful, wonderful happy Halloween. For those of you guys who celebrate Halloween, and if you don't celebrate Halloween, I hope you just had a good time. Today, guys, one of the biggest questions I've gotten as of late is how to unstuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, like, I get it, the excitement that you're going into the game, you made a ton of mistakes, you've seen all the videos of the mistakes that you shouldn't have made, but you made them, right? Now, how do you recenter yourself? How do you get yourself out of that position? And how do you adjust and get yourself back on track without feeling like you have to start all the way over? Now, what I'm explaining to you guys today is going to apply to anybody. So it doesn't matter if you're free to play, pay to win, whether you got 50 characters, whether you built 100 characters, or whatever. A little bit of my background. I've been playing this game since February. I've been in every closed beta test except for the recent Pioneer test, just due to me leaking 1.1 information when I wasn't supposed to. But that's neither here nor there. But we're talking about getting out of the situation. And in those previous betas, like when I got into closed beta test 2 in March, I put myself in a situation where I built way too many characters. I was testing literally everybody. I was leveling up Kaya, I was leveling up Amber. Pretty much any new character that I got,
I'm telling you guys 100% people are sleeping on Child, okay? I know people are out there saying that, he sucks, he does no damage. And I know why that is. It's because it was the first day, people don't have talents on them. The talent dungeon just opened. I didn't have talents on him either. I still don't have talents on him. He is literally level 1 talents, okay? I have none on him. And at this point, I'm still destroying people with it. I mean, the damage is crazy. The bow damage sucks, which is where people was coming from. If you look at the bow damage, okay? You're attacking with the bow damage. It's like, all right, 1,000 damage, whatever, blah, 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 not really impressive, right? But when you switch over to the melee form, check this out. And I think this is where people are starting to lose it. You switch over to the melee form, and look at how quickly you go through your I mean, you just chew through them, man. It's like you have the double daggers, plus the pole arm, and plus it's just really, really fun. And his ultimate is huge burst damage. And yes, it is annoying that the melee has a long cooldown. So you kind of need one constellation on him if you really want to be using him a pretty decent amount. And even then, you have to wait for the cooldown. But the fact that you can use a bow is still kind of nice, to be honest, because a lot of bows have really good masteries. There's a really good 5-star bow called Rust, which will work great because it'll increase his normal attack damage as well. Look at this. Look at this here. I switch back to the bow. And if you switch back, so here's how the melee works, okay? If you're using your melee form, the longer you're in the melee form, the longer the cooldown of the E is. So what's happening is people are in melee form, and they're being like, oh, he's so good, he does tons of damage, and then they're switching back over after it runs out, because eventually it runs out. You can't just use it forever, right? And then when it switch backs over, if you have it for the maximum time, you are stuck waiting like 30 seconds or something, right? It's a long, long time depending upon exactly what level you're at, etc. And so people were getting kind of frustrated by that, I think, day one, and being like, yo, his bow sucks. I can't really use the melee, so I'm not really doing much damage with him. And I think they're getting stuck on that frustration, okay? But you talent him, and I don't even have the right artifacts, right? I mean, look at this, okay? Let me show you here. Look at these artifacts, okay? They're not even good. I mean, what I have here is, look, okay, so I have a hydro damage bonus goblet. Obviously, that's what you want. But the crit rate didn't row. It's HP percentage. It's flat defense and flat attack. So no crit damage, no attack percentage, right? I mean, the gear is not perfect. I have 3 pieces of Gladiator, 1 piece of Royal, 1 piece of this. And that's just to try to optimize him. But he's going to get way better stats once I even have better artifacts on him. And look, just to prove it, talents, okay? Level 1, you get a base level 1 rise because that's the passive of him, so that's why it says level 2. But look, I haven't even leveled the talents at all. Not one. There's the talents on my Diluc are basically done. Look, this one's level 8, this one's 6. I need these pieces. So he's getting out damaged at the moment by my child who has worse gear, worse set bonus, worse talents, and I just started figuring out how to use them, and has the non-optimal weapon. I'm using Amos bow, which is like 3rd on the list. Even Rust is better than that, okay? And Diluc has Wolf Gravestone, which is like best in slot. I'm on 3 constellations currently. I'm probably going to try to go for 6. I don't know. Shout out to Sam and Draka. They sent me a bunch of donations last night on the YouTube live stream to try to help me get some of the child constellations. I matched their donations with my own. We spent like $1,000 last night, and this is what we ended up with. So if you want to know how expensive it is, there's your answer. So please subscribe so that at a minimum I can see a number going up that isn't my bank account going down. All right, here's another great example. Let's protect the monolith. Let's go into melee mode. I mean, my God, am I right? I mean, look at that. You're telling me that that is not fun? I mean, my God. The other great thing about him is since he's melee form, he is not pushing people back. When you're just sitting there attacking him, you can just DPS him through. Like, if I sit here, right, and I'm on Diluc and I hit him, it sends him flying, and I have to, like, shift and chase him down. On this guy, if there's a huge pack of AoE like that was, I can stand in the middle on melee mode and just blow through all of them, and they're not all constantly getting knocked back. Or, since it's the same character, I can miss like 5 shots with my bow, apparently, and try to get him from the long range. So, man, I'm telling you, I think everyone is wrong about this guy who's saying that he's garbage. As long as you can aim, which apparently I can't. Kitty, no, that's my water. Can you guys tell I did my hair for you this morning? This is just for the viewers. Oh, Kitty, don't eat my hair. Someone called me a homeless ragamuffin in my last video, so I was triggered. Can I just say, it feels good to have a water character that has a benefit that's more than just doing this. Try him out again. Bow. And they're dead. Oh, man. really, I don't know why, but it's just, am I wrong here? Am I overhyping him? I just feel like he is really, really fun. And not just really fun, but actually good, too. I don't understand. Okay, maybe I do get it. It's the bow. I mean, the bow is probably one of the most disappointing feelings. When you try him in that trial, it really doesn't feel good. You're trying to do the bow, and you're like, look at this, okay? 800 damage. I mean, almost any other character with a bow is gonna do more than that, so it really seems like he's a pile of trash. But you gotta switch over to your melee form, man. I mean, that's the whole point of him. Literally, one of his moves is a stance change, and I feel bad that I feel like he's getting kind of rated by people that think he's an archer, and it's just, he's not. I mean, they have the bow to power up his melee form so you can go in with melee, and the bow's just there, you know, to hold you by in between, or, you know, if he's your only bow character or whatever, or they have a bow water character even, because we don't have a long-range bow character, so maybe they have to have one of those to add more puzzles into the game later or something, you know? They're also pretty tricky about making Skyward Harp the probability increase, because after further looking, definitely Skyward Harp is by far the best in slot for him. It's not even close. Then you're going to go to Rust, which is actually one of the purple bows on this raid up, which is pretty cool. And then after that, you're looking at like Amos bow, and then you start, you know, kind of diving down into the ones that are, you can, you know, debate the 4th, 5th, and 6th spots. So if you're thinking about pulling for Skyward Harp, and you really like, you know, Child or Child, however people are pronouncing them, maybe give it a shot. I mean, I'm going to give it one shot on here, one time, no whammies, just to show you guys in solidarity. Well, you know what? Okay, we'll do 2 times no whammies, just in solidarity to show you guys I'm in it with you, and that's 50,000 experience. That's useless. I also want to say a huge shout out and thank you to you guys, the viewers. This week has literally been my largest week on YouTube ever, period, hands down. We gained 1,500 subs in 3 days, which is nuts for me. It took me over a year and a half to get 50,000 subs, so thank you everyone so much. I mean, the sub count's the one thing I really, you know how all the YouTubers care about something, right? Like, smash, bell, whatever. I just want 100,000 subs, and I want it so I can have that stupid silver plaque on the wall so that I can feel like, you know, I hit my goal in life. That's, you can call it stupid, you can call it whatever you want, that's my goal in life. I really just want the plaque. I always have, and I just want to say thank you to you guys, because we've had thousands of people showing up on the live stream. I'm pulling like $500 a day for you guys on the live streams. It's tons of fun, and the live streams are on YouTube, so literally just being a subscriber with the bell or whatever, that will show you my live streams. That's how you can see them. So again, thanks everybody. I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video.
The Thermoscientific Dionics ICS 6000 HPIC ion chromatography system. It really meets the needs of a wide variety of people. And so I think people need to understand it's not just a research instrument, it's used in a lot of practical applications.
Their holidays can be a casual thing, a modern shindig.
Or made just for them.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be summoning for Child, and the deal is I said I'd do C6 Child at 130k sub. Right now we're sitting at...
I'm telling you guys 100% people are sleeping on Child, okay? I know people are out there saying that, he sucks, he does no damage.
I am the biggest meme and idiot in the Genshin Impact community. I know this, but before we get into that, I need to address something. All of the profit from this video is going to be donated to a gambling addiction charity. So you can't say he's milking it. I know I'm an idiot. I know that this is drama. I know it's another drama video, but it's the last one, so we can move on. But if you have any cool charities down below, let me know. I don't know which one is best, and if I'm going to be putting money towards the charity, I would hope that it is a high quality one. If you've heard of a good gambling addiction charity, that would be fantastic. Let me know. I can definitely research them, but I'm going to be taking the profits and I will record myself and post it in a video in the next couple of days after people have watched. Okay? So that's all I wanted to say on that, but MTash, you're quitting? You're not quitting? When are you quitting? Why are you posting videos? What the hell is going on? This has become a complete anime character story arc, and I understand that, but I have been very conflicted. And I'm a pretty emotional guy. I think you guys can tell I'm a pretty emotional guy. When I was crying on my video, that's not fake. That's me being so worried that my actions were causing people to gamble on this game that I couldn't contain. When I say that I'm quitting, it's because I'm so angry that the monetization got jacked up even further in some countries that it made me rage. It's coming to the realization that my pay-to-win account that I spent a bunch of money on almost got ruined because it just won things. And it was a lot of frustration coming out back to back. And so I jumped on and I made a video.
Alright, we're gonna do some wishes here. Wish me luck. Jesus. Purple. One. Just alright, I guess. Another purple. That's good. See? Lion's Roar?
I still
What is that?
have a lot to do with the deal. How about you
Let's take a look. No, that's not it. There it is. Attack, base damage, increased damage, damage by pyro or electric.
Rest
Yeah,
while I
it's
go
alright, I guess. Let's keep going. Another purple, that's good. Keep it coming. Diana. Another purple, that's good. Diana, second one. Very, very nice. Very nice. Let's keep it going here. I gotta see, what does Diana's constellation do real quick? Alright, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah, we need Constellation 2. That's the one that you need for that guy if you want to really get him going. They should have like 4 stars guaranteed after 5 rolls, you know? God, that'd be so much better. Starting to come down to the end of the end of the line here, folks. At least I'll get one more purple, I guess. Well, two more if I pull in that other banner, at least.
I still have a lot to do.
Oh, the purple. That's good. Eye of Perception. The hell is that? This is supposed to be a hero banner. Normal charge attacks have a 50% chance to fire a bolt of perception, dealing 240% attack damage. The bolt can bounce between enemies and maximum. I mean, that'd be good on Ningguang, I guess. Right? Yeah, probably. I mean, Constellation 1 Ningguang? Yeah, I don't think so. Last one here. Oh, that sucks. Didn't really get much. Yikes. Well, actually, let me see. Let's go to the shop here. That's... Okay, here we go. Yeah. Get the rest of those. Probably end up getting the rest of those, the rest of the wishes here. Okay, we got two more pulls in this banner. Nothing. One more pull. Anything? No.
Guess we can rest a bit.
All right, and to this one. We haven't gotten anything. 2 Dionas and a Ningguang? Alright, here we go. Finally something. A Beto. Jesus. It's alright. Beto's alright. It's hoping for a 5-star, but... Man, we're getting slapped right now. This is not looking good. Jeez. We gonna get another perp? Shit, dude. I'm going all the way to 10 on this. There you go. Holy smokes. Another weapon? Oh my god. Oh my god, this count sucks. Yikes. Just do a big fat crystal top off, huh? Jesus. Alright, we got 4 more here. We should at least get one more purple. I think we were right on the pity. Right on the... There it is. Right on the pity. A beta. Okay, that's 2 constellations, a beta. Oh shit, here. Let's go. Tartaglia. Shit. Alright, we got him. Another one. Damn. Got him, dude. Holy shit. Like the last roll of the night. Well, almost last roll, I guess. Shit.
I still have a lot to do.
Let's go to characters here. Luke. One official. Taglia. No, down to time. 1. Jesus.
but I wanted to take a little bit of time and get these to you guys, so you guys can have these and you guys can hit the ground running, so we don't run into the situation where some people may or may not have gotten all of these shards, especially if we're going to be getting the 90 Primo Gems daily. So again, make sure you guys take advantage of this. I wanted to give this to you guys so you guys have this. Use this. Please, 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 please take advantage of this event, because this is really, really, really going to help you guys offset the cost of like the resin and all that stuff going on right now. So I love you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. And with that being said, we will see you guys in the next video.
If you've got Prime, you've got Prime Video. Thanks. And bold characters.
This is gonna be spectacular.
Not me! Prime Video, included with Prime.
Hello Muggles, today we're doing an account review on my girlfriend's account, and yeah, she's had pretty incredible luck so far, and I think what I want to start with is her wish history. Sadly I didn't record many of these summons, but here's her very first tin pull on the 3rd of October. She started a little bit later than I did, but yeah, here's her first tin pull, going 1 over. Yeah, she got Venti on her very first tin pull, but not only that, this is only the first 9. There's 3 back there, 6 here, and boom, Chi-Chi. Yeah. Double 5-star on her first pull. Pretty crazy, isn't it? And she was pretty much done with that. You can see the next summons were 7 days later. We got Sacrificial Bow here, and Official there, Favonius Lance, so a little bit of a dry patch here, but a decent amount of 4 stars, and then very soonly after, we have a Klee. So she started summoning again on the Klee banner. And I think I did record some of these a little while ago, because we were trying to get a decent book for Klee. So again, another bit of a dry patch here. You know, there's a Noelle in there, another Noelle, and then here we got the Wid Sith, which is indeed a pretty good book for Klee. And then a few more pages of kind of meh, you know. And then you can see this very top one. These are the more recent summons on 11/11. This is the Child banner. Her first tin pull, Harbinger of Dawn. These 6 3-stars. There he is. Boom. 1 tin pull. And yes, on her very first tin pull, she also got Child and a Favonius Codex. And then as you can see, her next tin pull was 3 days later. I mean, why would you really need to pull more after you just got, you know, Child on your first tin pull? But anyway, she pulled again a few days later, just because, I guess. And this time we got not only 1 Diona, but indeed a second Diona. 2 Dionas in 1 tin pull there. And you know, she was like, well, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pull again. So her next tin pull you can see starting here. It's a little bit later. These 4 3-stars. And then yeah, in the very next tin pull, she got Mona and then another Diona. I think I did record the very tail end of this, the actual result there, and I think we recorded a few of the next ones as well. And just 1 4-star there, and then the next pull, and we did that one with a Bido. So, you know, a few pretty average tin pulls here. But then her very next tin pull, starting at this 1853 here, these 4 3-stars, and then another Child. So yeah, she actually has a C1 Child with like 6 multis or whatever that was. It's insane. She has crazy luck. And there were a couple more tin pulls here, but I'm pretty sure the rest of these were pretty average, pretty dry, nothing super special. And then, you know, we got a Ningguang there, and then I believe a double 4-star here, Bido and Ningguang.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. No, my Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Right now, get the chicken garlic pizza for just $13. Papa Murphy's.
British Secret Intelligence is something we'd like you to do for them.
Body in the
Shooting people in the head.
But yeah, that's pretty much her summon history. Now we're going to go look at, you know, who she actually has raised and all of that. So of course, her first 5-star Venti is one of her mains. We have recently made him a beast. His R2 hits for like 10k. It's crazy. She has a way better Venti than I do. Her Venti is currently rocking Viridescent. The off piece here is attack percent. We have Animo damage bonus. I literally have never gotten a 5-star Animo damage bonus goblet, but she did. It's actually not even horrible when you look at it. 6 crit rate, 11 energy recharge. It's a pretty decent artifact. And then the off piece too, 10 crit rate, 13 crit damage, 12 energy recharge. She is also incredibly lucky with artifacts. This one she only got to 12 because it's not good enough. You know, 40 element mastery, 3 crit rate. You know, it's not even that bad, but here we have the feather with a massive 18.7 attack on it, almost 6 crit rate, almost 8 crit damage. You know, it's insane. And then the flower, 10 crit rate, 5 crit damage, and then the flat stats. Well, defense got boosted a bit, but still, all around very nice feather. And yeah, this is actually a DPS Venti. He can do a lot of damage. Her Venti is rocking Sacrificial Bow, which I think some people would disagree with, but she hasn't had that great luck with bows. Also because she doesn't do weapon summons all that often, but yeah. I've seen her use it, and it actually is quite nice though, because he can get 2 E's off really fast, generate lots of orbs, and of course deal a lot of damage, one after the other, really quick. So it's actually not horrible. And energy recharge as the main stat isn't bad either. Klee is also one of her mains. The Widsith, of course, with its main stat as crit damage. The artifacts aren't quite as good here. She's been trying to run. She hasn't been as lucky with these. But you know, we have crit rate, 5-star. You know, the subs are obviously not the best, but it's a 5-star with crit rate. She has actually gotten Crimson Witch of Flames. It's just coincidence that, you know, it's the other piece because she was running Fire Dungeon a lot. Sadly, no 5-star pyro damage bonus and not even any decent 4-star pyro damage bonuses, so she is rocking an attack percent goblet here. You'll be changing that as soon as you can, but that's what she has for now. And then we have an elemental mastery hourglass here. Again, not that preferable, but the substats are pretty much perfect. Attack, crit rate, crit damage, and energy recharge. And yeah, it's just, the substats are incredible. So, and it's on the correct set. So I think even though it's elemental mastery, the substats make up for it. Then we have 4-star feather here. Again, it's just kind of what she had. She will be swapping them out eventually, but this is what it is for now. Feather is quite decent though. We have 5.3 crit rate, 9.3 crit damage, 8.4 attack. Pretty good flower, especially for a 4-star. She also doesn't have her second 5-star, Chi-Chi raised, which is currently rocking Fillet Blade. I just don't think she has much else for Chi-Chi. She's a little bit of an odd character to give a weapon to, but you know, 400% attack every 11 seconds. And you're supposed to build Chi-Chi with a bunch of attack. I don't believe the artifacts are anything super special here. She does have Oblige on her. We have an energy recharge and 2 attacks. I mean, her main goal is to heal. Having her ult ready sooner is better. And then we have her main DPS actually, which is Razor. I know Klee is considered a main DPS as well, but that's just how she likes to play. And if they're like fire slimes or whatever, you know, Razor's there. Razor is actually rocking the 1 5-star we have between the both of us. Wolf's Gravestone. Very nice claymore, especially in battle. It suits him very well. Both just in appearance and, you know, its abilities. And he is rocking Gladiator. I want to take a moment to talk about this flower. 15.9 crit rate. She has so many less plus 25 stars than I do, and this has obliterated my highest crit rate artifact. 15.9, dude. That is insane. Not much else, but 15.9 crit rate. Then the feather, we have 18.8 energy recharge, 10 attack, 15.5 crit damage. Hourglass is attack percent. It's not that great in terms of substats, and it's a 4-star, so it hasn't even been bumped to 16 yet. Sort of the same story with the goblet. She's looking for a decent physical damage goblet. Hasn't shown up yet, so this one is still at 12. And then we have a crit rate circlet here. Subs are, again, pretty meh, but it's a 5-star crit rate. She currently has Razor at C2, and then of course Child at C1, because you got 2 of them so close together. Got a cooldown reduction on his melee stance there. Currently has Favonius Warbow. She's been thinking about getting the Battle Pass bow for him, however, and I think that would be a decent fit as well. I have actually been curious to see if the Sacrificial Bows thing would reset his melee as well. That might be something we test today. But yeah, his artifacts are all over the place right now, but she did just get him a couple days ago, so that's to be expected. She did pretty much max out his talents, I guess, besides the normal attack here, because, I mean, it says 6, but it's because it's boosted by his constellation. But yeah, she'll need these things now to get them further. She is also in the process of raising Diona. Again, it's the same story, very new character, and neither of us really know how to build her right now. She's kind of a weird character to build. You can leave your suggestions in the comments down below. She doesn't do much with anyone else back here. She has way more characters than I do. She has like almost all the characters in the meantime. So out of 23 characters, she's only missing 5 currently. I'm probably missing more like 10. Yeah, well, I guess it's only when it crits, but watch his Q as well. I'm not gonna help them out with anything. He just absolutely shreds them. It's crazy. But here we go. We can do his Q again. These are all pretty much full health dudes here. Yeah, and dead before the Q is gone. Checking this child thing, but I have a feeling it's not gonna work. but we'll see. I'm just going to be in melee stance for a little bit here and swap back out and see if there's a cooldown. But I think that should happen immediately. It is only a 50% chance, so I'll have to try it a few more times. Yeah, it looks like there's a tiny cooldown when you can go back into bow mode. Yeah, a 1 second cooldown, and that's probably what gets reset when it procs. So it's pretty useless for him. Yeah, I could see that there. It did proc this time, but it was just that 1 second cooldown to go back into bow mode. But yeah, I guess that'll pretty much do it. Since this is an account review, I have to give a score. 5 Paimon rations out of 5 Paimon rations. I thought my account was lucky, but this one is just blessed. So as far as FGP status,
So you got 20 steel suppliers offline, a 31-day backlog on tires, and 600,000 kids waiting to pop a wheelie. Together with supply chain solutions from SAP, you get the visibility and flexibility you need right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at your MRI. Your shoulder seems to be healing nicely.
I'm sorry. Baby, I don't want you to play with it.
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. How are you doing?
Schedule a video visit with your doctor. Kaiser Permanente. Thrive.
no, lol. Oh yeah, her adventure rank is 47. I almost forgot to mention that. But that'll do it for today's video. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Dropping a like if you do enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.
What is up, everyone? In this video, we're gonna talk about Tartaglia child, alright? So, I think I can dare to say that this Tartaglia you're looking at is by far the most expensive child you'll ever find on YouTube at this moment, probably. He is at max ascend. That means he has the max hydro damage bonus, and he has level 90 Skyward Harp with a refinement rank 5. So you are gonna be looking at, well, probably very close to maximum potential. So here is his stats. So he had 2600 attack, 81% crit rate, 179% crit damage, and 28.8% hydro damage bonus. The reason why I did not go for the hydro damage bonus goblet is because of his weapon. So if I got hydro damage bonus for his goblet, then yes, he would have done more damage for his Q or something, but he would do less damage from the effect of his bow. And also, his range stance is normal attack, so if you have attack percentage on the goblet, then you're gonna be doing more damage on your range stance. For your melee stance, you'll be doing less, right, than having a hydro damage bonus, but I think this is very balanced. My preference of building child. So, as of main stats, for the Sense of Beyond, I'd go for attack. You'd always go for attack because there's not much you can do about it for now, for your main DPS heroes, right? For Goblet, I'm also going for attack, just like how I explained about the reason why I went for attack. And for the Circlet, depending on your substats, you can either go for crit rate main or crit damage main. So, I'm using crit rate, and I'll explain about the reason why I'm keeping his crit rate above 80%. This is my feather, and this is my flower. So, all good, all good. I kind of wanted to get another piece for Wondrous Trout, so I can get 80 Elemental Mastery, but I kind of failed, so it doesn't really matter for me right now. But I'm just gonna keep it as this because I already told you the stats. So, in the child preview video, I kind of explained about his talents, right? But then there's one thing you need to pay attention to. There is something called Riptide. It does AoE hydro damage, and then from his talent, it says, when child is in Foul Legacy Raging Tide's melee stance, or if his normal and charged attacks do crit damage, then they will apply the Riptide status effect on the hit enemy. So this is why you want to have high crit on him. And can we take a look at his talent levels? Because I'm very proud to tell you that I have leveled everything to the max. Well, I'm capped, but that's all I can do. So his normal attack is at level 6. From his passive, it's level 7. His E, also level 6, capped at this stupid material. And his Q, yes, feels good, level 8. And right now, his Q percentage for melee is 742%. And we are gonna be doing a showcase for Child as we do the constellations, alright? So, to be
Find a
honest,
2021 health plan for how
will help you be more flexible, and for boomer hands like me, it's gonna help me a lot. To be honest, people who had been telling me that you need C1 to use Child, I feel like they're, I don't know, my fellow boomers. Yeah? High five! Anyways, so if I do this constellation, then I should be able to like switch back and forth, and even though I have him on the field for too long, then his cooldown for E is gonna be much less than 30 seconds. Yeah? So, we can kind of go ahead and take a look at his performance in Abyss. And it doesn't say anything about hydro damage being increased by whatever percentage. So, this would be a very good place for us to do a showcase for Child. Alright. He's even higher than my D-Look now. He's level 84, whereas my D-Look level is 82. And not gonna lie, he's really good. So his best friend is Bennett, I would say. Yeah. You can also use Venti or Sucrose if you want more damage, but I would say you would need another Pyro because you're water, right? And you want Vaporize on top of fire so they can do ×2 damage. So you can either use maybe Klee, you can also use D-Luke, or Xiangling if you don't have anything. Well, also Amber would work, but she's at level 7, so I can't use her. So I'm just gonna use D-Luke because it feels good to have 5-star in the team. And let's put Sucrose. First team is the only one that matters, okay? Okay, character elemental skill damage. No. This is gonna help him look better, so I'm just gonna use this, right?
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine, main Fräulein.
It. Alright. Oh my god, the damage. Ranged. Use Q. That's still a lot of damage. And now that his E is on cooldown, did you guys see that it was on cooldown for 10 seconds? If I had that C1, then it would have been decreased by 20%, right? 10 seconds to 8 seconds, you think that's gonna matter? I don't think so. I don't think so. So, it should be fine. So you can see that if you cycle your heroes, then it doesn't really matter, right? I honestly think this doesn't really matter. Because even for D-Luke, I'm not gonna have him out in the field for 24/7. I use Q, switch back to a different hero, and if I'm low on HP, I can use healers. Or there's another DPS, then I use that DPS. Alright, you guys ready to do Constellation on him? Okay. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel to support me. Alright, with this Constellation, I'm gonna be decreasing this cooldown of full Legacy, Raging Tide by 20%, which I don't think it really matters. But hey, it's better than nothing, right? Let's activate. Oh, look at that light. It's so shiny. Let's do this again. C1 Child. Here we go. I'm gonna spend some time in his melee stance, and then switch out. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I want to use Child. Okay, so it does feel like he's got less cooldown, of course. He did get less cooldown from the Constellation, yes.
I do worry about the well-being of my retinue during my impromptu absence.
I'm sure the good people of the Adventurers Guild are absolutely fine.
It feels much faster. Okay, of course, he did get less cooldown from the Constellation, yes. Okay. It feels much faster. Okay, so what matters is this. He stays in the melee stance and does enough damage, and let's say he used to get 15% cooldown, right? And you do the rotation. And then you come back, you're like, yo, I still have his E at cooldown, 5 seconds left. But then if you have your Constellation, then you would have 2.5 seconds left. So we can keep that in mind, that it is somewhat true that it will be so much better if you have him in Constellation 1. So we confirmed that. And then we're gonna go to the C2. because we already kind of saw his performance without this effect, right? So with this effect, that means he's gonna be able to use Q a lot faster after he uses it, right? So let's go ahead and do C2 and see if we see any more difference. All right, so let's go. Again, max HP. Let me go ahead and use this. Oh, look at that energy. Look at that energy refill. It seems like, oh my god. Okay, here's the thing. His cooldown wasn't even over. But then he already filled up his Q. Okay, alright. That was a very pleasant surprise. Let's do this again. Oh, he's on cooldown. And then you use Q. And this would be very good with C6. Because, let's say you've been in melee stance for a while, and then you have your Q up, and if you use Q when you're in melee stance, then your E cooldown is gonna get reset. And keep that in mind, this effect will only take place once Tartaglia returns to his ranged stance. And we're gonna have to find out if this still works even if you use Q and swap out a different character come back, or when he uses Q with melee stance and come back to ranged stance. Let's find out later. But for now, let's move on to C3. So the C3 is gonna make his E stronger. Let's go ahead and do that. Plus 3 level is pretty huge.
No time to lose.
Oh, yes. That's a huge jump. Wow. Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that. And here is C4. It says, if Tartaglia is in Raging Tide's melee stance, triggers Riptide Slash against opponents on the field affected by Riptide every 4 seconds. And this, people are wondering if this still works even if you don't have Child on the field. But I believe he needs to be on the field because it says that if Child is in melee stance, okay? If he swaps out to a different character, then it means he's back into ranged stance, right? So we can kind of take a look at it, okay? C4. Okay. Oh my. It feels like this is gonna be too broken. You guys ready to see the difference? Let's do this. Let's do this! This is the floor for Child. And let's make this count. Q! 89k damage. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. The water bleed damage. Nice, nice. Let's do 5th constellation. And now his Q level is 11. And his melee skill damage is 882%. Let's do this. So that 89k damage was to the fire slime.
No time.
Let's go. Oh, 106k.
Brace yourself. This is gonna
hurt. Very nice. And even before his Q cooldown is up, see, that's his Q again. One last thing we wanted to see was C6. How OP is his C6? Is it really going to keep him in melee stance permanently? Let's take a look. So as I was using his melee stance and I was using Q twice, and then his duration of E ran out, right? So I had to go through the cooldown. Okay, let's go. So let's say I'm using E happily, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, let me use Q. And then he goes back to range, and there's no cooldown for E. There's this melee stance again, and my question is this. So if he uses Q while he's in melee stance, right? And then he goes back to a different hero, and come back to Tartaglia. Alright, so although the description says that he needs to go back to range so that his cooldown gets reset,
It also works if you rotate to another hero right after you use Q, come back to child, and there's no cooldown. Okay? So as long as you can get all those energies and use his Q while he's in melee stance, and that is yes to the question, can he be in the melee stance permanently if you do C6? Yes, you can. And he does a lot of damage while he's in the melee stance. So that's gonna help you do a lot of damage, but I still think it's gonna be better for you to have like a fire sub DPS. Bennett also works very nice because after you use his Q, everyone is pyro. And then you just go ham with child, everyone's gonna die. And why don't we go ahead and take a look at his damage to pyro is fine. I'm gonna use Barbara to take down this shield.
No time to lose. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Alright, 9? What? 190s? What? I had no food. That's insane. Okay, that's crazy. Alright, let me do this again with food. And he must be doing maybe 250k. I'm expecting 250k. That's very satisfying. It's really worth working on your child. It's really nice. Alright, so we are gonna finally do the last test. Alright, let's go ahead and take some food. That's this temptation. And hydro damage. I didn't switch to melee stance. I'm so sorry. With range, I did 226k. Why am I so stupid? Why? This time I will not forget to switch to a melee stance. Okay? Alright, let's do this. Left this with Hydro Potion. Alright. Let's go! Oh! 255k! Alright. How was I so accurate like that? I don't know why. But hey, it was just a guess. And I am very happy with this outcome. This means if I set things up, then he's gonna be doing a lot more damage. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And my final verdict on my child is he do not need all those cosmos. Even without those, he's still strong, he's still nice, and you're just gonna have to spend some time with your other heroes. But I do not like this C6 Tartaglia. I really don't like it. This means he can be really selfish and stay in the battlefield a lot. That means I would probably need to use a support like Xiangling, but I don't like that. I wish I can use Tartaglia with something like Diluc, Bennett. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Guys, this video cost me a lot, and I just letting you know that this video alone cost me about $2,000 with C6 child, and there's a refinement 5 weapon, right? Feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You're welcome. If there's anything to improve in my video, please let me know in the comment section because I'm gonna be doing this for a lot of heroes. If I hit a certain number of subscribers, and if I get famous, if I get a lot more views, then I can start doing some giveaways too. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.
Look at me. Just once. Let the show begin.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Damone, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Guys, with the event going on, I'm sure a lot of you guys are trying to stack You guys are trying to figure out what you guys are going to do to really prep. So today I wanted to take more of a personal feel to this and tell you guys how, you know, like what goes into my head when I'm prepping for new heroes. As of right now, with the shortage of resources, as you guys know, that I'll be basically showcasing all of the 5-star heroes, max constellation, you know, rebuild and stuff like that. But I wanted to really break down what my whole process is as to getting ready, so maybe this can kind of help you guys really prioritize what stuff you need for new heroes. Now, before we get into this, though, I want to send a special shout out to Nabsy. He's a member of the Discord, member in the stream. He put together this list that talked about all the materials that you'll need for basically how much heroes wit you'll need, how many talent books you need, how much weapon XP you need, so on and so forth. And as we get into this, I want to talk to you guys my thought process, and we'll give you guys some concrete numbers or some things that you guys can prepare for as you guys are getting ready for Zhongli and beyond. Now, the first thing that I'm looking at, guys, when I'm preparing for a hero is how much XP do I need? The reason why this is really important is because I like to take things into small chunks. Typically speaking, XP and ascension materials, specifically the elemental materials, are what I'm going to look for first. So, case in point for Zhongli, I know I need at least 6 of these for him to go level 90 right out the gate. I need quite a few of these, like 9 or 11 of the topaz chunks, and then I need quite a bunch of these, right, so I can just get them there, and only a few of these so I can level them up initially. Once I get to the point where I've identified how many of these that I need, then I'll go ahead and move to the next phase, but this is probably like the first thing that I'll look at before character XP. The reason why is because this is the most expensive stuff to get, so I like to just get this out of the way first, and I like to typically start preparing 2 weeks in advance for a character. 2 weeks, I feel, gives plenty of time if I'm just focusing solely on this character, especially in conjunction with an event, and we'll get into that too as well in terms of the shop breakdown and how you guys can, you know, spend wisely. So after I get this knocked out, the next thing that I'm looking at is going to be the total amount of experience. The reason why I'm not looking at like talent materials or anything like that yet is I feel like leveling up the character, of course, and having the materials to level the character is such a significant impact on the character, just due to the fact that, like, they're typically speaking, not for Zhongli's sake, but for other characters like one-handed sword characters, so on and so forth, there's usually other characters that have gear that you can potentially use, or plenty of weapons that you've already had summoned, so I tend to focus on that last, especially because things can change when I start to get into artifacts, which we'll also talk about as well. Now, as I look at character XP, I say, okay, I realize that I need a total of 419 heroes wit to get a character from 0 to 90, period. We'll use the event as an example. I say, okay, I'm getting such good loot from this event, so I'm going to use my resin this week instead of doing ley lines, which is what I would normally do. Now I'm basically getting half cost or half price heroes wit, so I'm going to go in here, I'm going to buy it up, right? I'm going to get my 150, I'm going to build this around my adventurer's experience, and I'm going to, of course, stack Mora here as well, so I have as much money as possible. Now, if this is a normal week, I would normally do ley lines from a free-to-play standpoint, and or I would buy the packs. If I wasn't buying the packs for the XP cards and stuff like that, of course, the rest of it is just really going to boil down to ley lines, and it really boils down to giving yourself enough time to get the resources. Once I've knocked out 413 XP cards, and I have all of his level ascension materials done, the next thing that I'm looking at is talent materials. We're getting back to the event shop. The big thing that I'm paying attention to here with talent materials is that ultimately it's just going to boil down to what I need, or if we can buy multiples of these. If we can buy multiples of these, then I'm going to be here literally for the whole week farming these out to make sure that I get enough books for whoever I need. So in this case, Zhongli needs Sky's Gold, so I'm going to load up on these and try to get as many as I can. Now, if we look at this little spreadsheet, shout out to Nabsy again, if we get into talent costs, I know that I'm going to need a certain amount of XP. I know that I'm going to need a certain amount of talent materials, so I'm just going to basically take a day or 2 or 3, depending on how much resin you guys are utilizing, and I'm just going to farm out talents as much as possible. Now, again, using the event if you guys have the opportunity to do that, but normally if I don't, I typically allot 2 to 3 days just to get as many talent books as I can. Now, I don't go into this usually with the goal of let me get, you know, all the talents, right, this last column over here to get to max level. I typically think about how much it's going to take me just to get to rank 6. Unless I happen to have extra boss materials that you get directly from the bosses, then I'll calculate that in as well. and then I'll farm more to get myself as far as I possibly can. And again, this is why I take 2 weeks, because this gives me multiple days to try to do this, so I can split it up, break it up, and do what I need to do. Now, my last 2 steps are really looking at my weapons. The big thing here is when I get into the weapons is I ask myself, what is my end game goal for my character? Do I want my character to deal primary DPS via crit rate? Do I want my character to spam ultimate? Do I want my character to have a chance to reset cooldown, or can they reset cooldown? Those are questions that I ask myself here. So if I'm looking for more DPS, I'm most likely looking at a weapon that has crit rate, so like the battle pass weapon or something like that for my particular character. If I'm looking for ult spam, then I'm looking for energy recharge. If I'm looking for anything else specific, like I said, like, you know, reducing the cooldown or ending the on cooldown, then I'm looking at something like sacrificial. But once I've identified the weapon, then at that point, then I'm starting to look at weapon materials, right? So we got all the other base materials, and again, you can put this step anywhere you like. This is just kind of how I do it, just to kind of break it up, because it doesn't really take that long to farm weapon masses. It's kind of quick. It's like a 2-day thing, 3-day thing maybe. But then once I've discovered, you know, what the weapons are and what materials that I need, and then this will be my primary focus. Now, again, over the course of 2 weeks, it can help you guys to put all this stuff down. All the while, what I do is after I get to a point where I run out of resin for, you know, whatever the particular day is or whatever task is, this is when I start to get into how much weapon XP I need. Is what you guys can see here. And then when I look at how much weapon XP I need, this is where I'm starting to look at, all right, how many magical crystals do I need? How much ore do I need to get these ore routes? Have I been prepping my ore? Do I have spare weapons? Have I opened all of the chests? Have I looked at all of these like little individual criteria that I can add into this so I can level up my weapon as fast as possible? And again, you know, back to the event is huge for prepping for future characters, just for the fact that it does sell weapon XP. And then last but not least, I'm typically not a big fan of farming gear ahead of time for characters, just because like you don't really know how they're going to play out. Of course, the exception to that rule is if you already know, like for instance, Zhongli is probably only going to be using either Archaic Petra and Bolide. In that case, I would start farming, but I like to do that last, mainly because after my character is leveled up, after he has a weapon that's decently leveled, after he's ascended, or she's ascended, then I'm starting to look at, okay, what's the play style? How do I want this character to perform? And then can I just throw some mock gear on them so they're safe for now? And then if they're just safe for now, then I can slowly and steadily start to work on a gear set based on whatever idea that I set out for myself. And once I formulated all that together, that's pretty much the entirety of the process. And everything in between that I need, if I need to optimize, or if there's something that I can do, like for instance, when I run out of resin, then I'll focus on things that I can control that don't take resin. So like, you know, again, ore farming routes, plant farming routes, material farming routes, stuff like that. Those are the things that I do in between all of this to ensure that I have the mats. So getting mob materials like branches or insignias, or for Zhongli's sake, ensuring that I have enough core lapis to go to work. But this is pretty much it, guys. This is my formula. This is what I use every single time, or this is what I've been using every single time in prep, and you guys will see me do this time and time again, as you know, as you guys watch my channel throughout, you know, the years or however long we play this game, and you guys will see me do this as I continue to prep for heroes. And as Genshin Impact and MiHoYo start to release and they start to uncap content and start to make it easier to get resources, you guys will see me start to refine this process, because right now it's a pretty long process, taking 1 to 2 weeks to really start to prep, maybe even longer, depending on, you know, how much resin or how much time you guys are spending in the game. But 2 weeks is about the safe amount that I take to really start investing in a hero. But for that 2 weeks, all I'm literally focusing on is getting everything that I need for that character. And I wanted to share this with you guys because this can be very, very helpful, especially if you guys have a longer amount of time and you guys happen to have the opportunity to have access to the knowledge or the materials for the character that you guys are saving for. This can be something that can help you jumpstart and start to get really prepared for anything that's coming. So if there's a favorite character that you guys have seen, like an Albedo, Ganyu, or whoever, you know, the rumors are saying is supposed to be coming out or whatever, if they happen to come out, you can definitely be prepared for them. So anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to cover today. If you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, definitely let me know in the comment box below. And with that being said, we will see you guys in the next video.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
I'm not really raising anyone at the moment. I raised Barbara to 80. That was my most recent one. And like it was a long time in between that and raising someone else. I wouldn't say close to finishing, but I'm close to finishing for today. I'm only doing the 18 required for the battle pass, honestly. And then probably more the coming days. And then we'll see what we can get out of the, oh, this dude. Didn't really need to use Venti for him. We'll try and kill him real quick before he gets his electric thing off because we have no ice with us. Or cryo or whatever. I want to try this dude. Sometimes it doesn't break. Oh, there it goes. Not nice little 25k, I guess. Dude's just staying outside of the ring like a little asshole. Ah! Oh yeah. I'm supposed to run into those apparently, but why do that when you can just tank it with Barbara? Now they're both just chilling outside. Cool. And I don't think I can even suck them in with Venti because I'm in no rush. Another one? Come on.
Yep.
God, now he has his stupid barrier. Ugh, that was by far the most annoying one. Hate those for you guys. Fragile resin, I guess. One more at least. Then we can do battle pass. I'm still not totally sure about the black sword. I was kind of sure about it. I even farmed the horns for it. Now I'm kind of second guessing myself. Because it's like, Lion's Roar isn't that much worse.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Full healer seems fine.
No time to lose.
Okay, I give up on that one because that's super annoying. I've already looked for it like 3 times. It's just, I don't know, I can find up some big ass mountains.
Midnight fantastic.
Battle Pass Spear? Yeah, but... Alright, fine, I'll do a freaking Barbara solo. Oh my god, no. I won. And then watch there be like slimes, you know? Water slimes, and then I'm screwed.
Back at ya.
dudes first because
No time to
I
lose.
can't kill them with Barber, I think. Oh man. Barber's passive healing is much lower than Chi-Chi's. I don't know about that. At least mine can heal for like 4 Mine has 32 I'll see. Alright, well, I'm at least gonna change her weapon. I'm probably gonna mess up his way because he's gonna be water slime or something. Gotta get from
Let your guard down.
That's her other one doesn't do anything.
Take this.
Oh yeah, we're getting some 200s. Oh wait, there's 10 minutes. We can't do it in 10 minutes. Are you guys serious?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
This isn't going to work. No. Oh my god, this dude is going insane though. He doesn't want me to leave. She couldn't even kill him in time, and there would be at least like another one. Actually, you need to give Mona's book back. If there was a chance for it to work, I would have gone through, but that's just a waste of time.
I could get used to this. What the heck? Why is he taking so tiny damage now? Is that it? Yeah, I think that was it. Ah, we did something else. No.
little bit, or 100 more resin. I think collecting the specialties would be the fastest. Oh, yeah, that would be enough, barely. Local specialties.
Amateur mistake. Shouldn't let your guard down.
Right. Should go on that.
Let the show begin! Back off! My ruin... Tenacious! You're mine!
Quinta. Yeah, I think there are some like specialty stuff there. Ah, yeah, the chilies. I also need those for something anyway. And yeah, silk flowers as well. Bracelets. Probably gonna have to stop reading chat for a second because I'm gonna be passing like all of them when I glance over and run across one. Everyone's gonna need this stuff. There's one or some around here. You know, I'm just gonna pull up the interactive map. Hold on a sec. Spread far apart as well. There should be some right around here. So I thought. Hiding little bastards. And should be some more. This might not be the best place. There's too much crap everywhere. It's too crowded.
I could get used to
I'm gonna go
this.
one of the other places that has them. There's some along this line here up in this mountain. Try that. It's a little far away. I don't have that many. Yeah, you don't have that many I need to find, so. shift here? Unlikely. Let's try. Okay. Ah. Yeah. Ah! Nah. I gotta be like that. Did it. Oh my god, why is everything so annoying? Ugh. Fine. I'm going over here. Oh wait, no, I think I farmed those recently-ish. Should be some, maybe around here. I was just here.
Hi, yo.
If you ever... It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. I never quite seem to get my land legs back. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready. If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
So this is going to be another edition of my series where I am currently reviewing all 4 stars in the game and telling y'all why I think they're absolutely crazy. Look, I'm a whale, okay? I don't need to build any of these units. I can do a purely 5-star team. But I'm so tired of seeing people saying that, oh, you need to spend tons of money to beat Genshin Impact. It is so damn annoying. So I am currently wasting all of my resources on units that I don't need, but I like using them regardless because I don't like giving people any room to bitch. Today, I am telling y'all why Xingqiu is absolutely ridiculous. And if you don't think so, that's okay. Because when you first get him, he's actually quite shit. As a matter of fact, he's very shit until you meet certain breakpoints. Xingqiu is going to be a character that's going to get better with time, and I too was on the board of, this guy fucking sucks. All of his cooldowns are terrible, why would I use this guy? And then I hit Ascendance 4, and then I hit certain breakpoints on his stats, and now I don't even know why I would use a 5-star over him, because he's fucking ridiculous. So hey, if you want to see some more love for the 4-star homies, make sure to press like and subscribe. If you like it, you can smack the bell button. I'm gonna just start the video because if I have to do some more YouTube shilling, I'm actually going to fucking vomit. Xingqiu. Yes, I agree, Tectone. This character does look like an idiot. But that's okay, because that's just my opinion. And yeah, we're probably doing a Bennett video later too, and that one's gonna shake me to my very soul, and it's gonna keep on farming up the map, and then we're good to go. But today we're talking about Xingqiu. Yes, not Xingqiu as I used to call him. Xingqiu is apparently a So one of the big things that you want to get him to Ascendance for is because he is going to get a super nippy thing, which is hydro damage. Now the hydro damage is very good because the only damage this guy is going to be doing for you is hydro damage. So having a little bonus on it would be really, really, really sick. Okay. Also, there's this other nice little thing that we'll talk about. When a ranged sword is shattered or when its duration expires, it regenerates the current character's HP based on 6% of Xingqiu's max HP. You can see this and you can think, oh, well, I'm going to go as much HP as possible, that way I can heal. Or you can just literally not and just think about doing tons of damage, okay? And that's what we're talking about here. So another thing that I want to address before we get any further into the video is that this video will apply even to a Z0 Xingqiu. However, the more constellation you get for Xingqiu will explode how good he is exponentially. Right, like this little boost to the rain cutter is amazing. Same thing with the fatal rain screen. Like every single one of these is so goddamn good. It is actually outrageous. Okay, weapons, definitively the best sword to use on Xingqiu, and I would even argue the only sword you should bother building for him is Sacrificial Sword. This shit is going to enable a certain type of gameplay for Xingqiu that's going to make him absolutely ridiculous. So yes, I recommend farming and hopefully getting this weapon for yourself. And by farming, I mean using your primo gems on a weapon banner. There was a weapon banner earlier when this was on it. But if you have Sacrificial Sword and you have a Xingqiu, I'm very excited because this video is going to be great for you, okay? This is going to enable some crazy shit. Artifacts, okay? The ones that I'm using, you should not use. But here's the thing,
get used to
okay?
this.
I am a firm believer of just use what you have. Yes, you could build units super pretty and have everything perfect, but it's about making do with what you have. Obviously, this is not the set that I want to run on him at all, but I'm using this just for a demonstration, okay? You don't need to worry about what I'm using here. What you should be worried about is the artifact details, okay? The stats.
No time to lose.
The biggest breakpoint that you want to hit is energy recharge at 180%, okay? When you get to 180%, you use your E. It's going to fill up your alt gauge by about 50%. Okay? Now, 50% isn't enough to use an alt. But if you run Sacrificial Sword, then you can use your E, it'll reset, and you can use your E again, and then you'll have 100% uptime on your alt. And it's fucking crazy, okay? So that's the first thing that you need to focus on, and then from there, obviously you want to get as much hydro damage as possible, and then attack percent, and then crit rate, all that shit. But the biggest thing that you're going to want to get is that energy recharge to 180%. After that, you can focus on, you know, your offensive stats. Once again, this dude's pretty much never going to be touching the field. You're just going to do the E, alt, and then you're going to get him the fuck off. Okay? The artifact set that I would recommend to use, if you could, would be a 4-piece of Noblesse Oblige. And the reason why that is because you're going to go in, you're going to use your alt, and then you're going to swap out to whoever your main damage dealer is, and then you're going to be able to do an extra 20% attack with your alt, which is going to scale really, really, really fucking nice. But yeah, you know, for Feather and Flower, you can't really do much, but for the Hydro artifact element, you should be running that as the main stat. It's the crit rate, the attack percent, you know what I'm saying. You also, the really nice thing to meet that energy recharge cap or limit break is actually running this on your hourglass. So you can actually run energy recharge main stat on your hourglass, and then you can run attack crit rate percent or hydro damage on the other artifacts if you would like to do that, but just make sure they're offensive. The too long didn't read version of what I would say Xingqiu is use a Sacrificial Sword. For artifacts, use a 4-piece of Noblesse Oblige, HP at 180% energy recharge. Constellation, it doesn't matter, but each one definitely helps. And for talents, just dump them into your role, okay? Now that all that's out of the way, we're going to do a showcase of Xingqiu, and then we're going to circle back one more time to talk about why he's absolutely nuts. Okay, so I did this for a video earlier today. If you already saw it, don't worry. This boss fight's going to be over in a couple seconds. So don't blink. You might miss this. We're going to go here. We're going to pop this. Okay. Please going to take care of this part. You're going to drop. We're going to drop a fish. We're going to do some clear.
I could get used to this.
80% chance hits it. We're going to pop it again just for fun. We could have not done that. We're going to swap the child. And now this alt is going to pop about 1 million times, and it's going to accelerate our DPS a fucking shit ton as you see the swords go and the swords go and the swords go and the swords go. Yeah. So Xingqiu is very good. They do a lot of damage, and it's not just this boss. We can pretty much do that absolutely everywhere. And as you saw, we use an E, and then we use another E. And we got all the alt gauge back already, and like we didn't even pop another E. So like that energy recharge pays dividends. It gives so much. We're gonna go do another boss real quick. If you're thinking that all this is Xingqiu only making us do more damage, it's so much more than that. And if you're still on the fence of, oh, he's just a damage amplifier, just wait till the end of the video, because not only is he making us do extra damage, he's also healing us and making us take less damage on one character. It's actually kind of nuts. We're gonna do this with just 3 characters again. We're gonna go right here, go along Power Divine, pop, pop. We hit the 80% pop, we got the ult, we're gonna pop it again. We're gonna break it again, we get the energy recharge back, we switch to Tartaglia, go right here. Gotta beat the shit out. We'll see if we can do this only with Xingqiu and Chao. We'll see how it goes though. Not sure if we'll be able to make it with how much extra damage Xingqiu actually lets us do here. As you can see, the swords are hit, the swords hit, the swords hit. It does so much extra damage. Like, this is just Xingqiu and Child here and literally nobody else. Like, dude, literally, those two only. Those two only. 100 to 0, round 1. Wasn't even fucking close. And once again, that alt gauge would have been back up again. If I swap back, did the E, did the Q, it would have been up again. Like, hitting that 180% is so huge. All right, the final thing that I want to talk about is not only does Xingqiu accelerate your damage like absolutely fucking crazy, like no other. Like, I mean, holy shit, man. His ult can do so much damage if you get the max potential out of it. It's like outrageous. But not only does he push so much more damage, he actually also gives you mitigation, which is actually incredibly nutty, which I should be able to show you here, yeah. 27% damage reduction if you get hit while Rain Sword's up. And if you have your ult up, the Rain Swords will never go down, okay? So you have a constant 27% damage reduction on every hit, which is nuts. And then not to mention, if any of his swords would break or would break, you also get healed for 6% of Xingqiu's magic phase. So not only does he reduce damage, not only does he heal you, he also pushes out a fuck ton of damage and also does not need to be on the field to do any of it. Okay? These are the same qualities as Fish, and she is considered one of the best units in the entire game as a 4-star, and Xingqiu should be right there with her, okay? So if you like Fish, you should also build your Xingqiu, slap a fucking sack sword on him, put Noblesse Oblige, hit those breakpoints of 180% on the energy recharge, and you can go even further than that. 200% is probably a little bit more company. You hit that 200%, you're golden, dude. All I'm saying is, if you're sitting here telling me that Fish is the bee's knees, I know, crazy exaggeration. You should get Xingqiu even though he looks absolutely awful, you like it. Regardless, just build the motherfucker, alright? He's great, regardless. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe.
RuneScape. Download and play now on Steam. RuneScape is a massive...
Peace. Yo, a couple things. First of all, I did not mean to make this many guys in this game, but I'm tired of streaming on Twitch and people asking me the same goddamn fucking questions. Clearly, that promotes the narrative that this answer has not been answered on the YouTube platform, so I might as well make a video for you that's very easy to explain. As with all my Genshin videos, keep in mind, I'm making this shit from my perspective. I am not going to tell you how to play the game. I'm going to tell you my ideology on how I play the game. If you agree with it, if you don't know what POG means, that means you probably haven't followed my Twitch. I don't care. Last thing before we get into it, I made 3 videos for the next 12 hours. So I feel like absolutely dog shit. You want to see those, like, comment, subscribe. Now look, you're going to see my account. Yes, I have every 4-star in the game, but only missing 1 5-star summoning video coming soon. The reason why I do that is because I don't want my channel to be me just going on Reddit full of information. I'm just reading a lot on YouTube. All the information I'm going to say right now is my opinion and my opinion alone based on my experiences and my experiences alone, because I'm just reading a Reddit article. Why the fuck am I making a YouTube video on it? So my idea for what makes a unit good is they fit into 3 categories. A DPS, which is a unit that's only good when they are on the field. They can't do shit when they're not on the field. Then an assist role, which can do shit on the field, but also can do some good shit when they're off the field. And then a support role, which is a unit that only does their major usefulness when they are off the field. I'm not gonna talk about wonky ass builds like Barber, where you go DPS Barber so you can one-shot a flyer flower boss. You can obviously do that, but it's fucking dumb. But it's also hilarious, so it's kind of sick. but I'm only going to be talking about shit that has like actual viability, because I just want people to have a video to go to, and that way they can make their own teams themselves. That way they can stop spamming me that shit. So I'm going to be talking about all the characters at Constellation 0, because if you had all the characters at higher Constellation, you're probably a fucking whale. And if you're a whale, you don't need this video anyways, because you're probably shitting on the whale. Alright, so with that in mind, we're starting from left to right in no particular order. So first off, we're talking about Bennett. And the great thing about Bennett is that he's of the fire type. In case you don't know, if you run 2 fires in the same team, you actually do 25% more damage universally. And that's really, really, really good. The other great thing about Bennett is that between the downside, is that when you hold it, it does a fuck ton of damage and it sends Bennett flying back. Now, a lot of people think that's a very bad thing. See, it's easier. But you can actually use that ability in order to space yourselves from your opponents, and that way if you run an archer on your team, you can space yourself with Bennett's explosion, you fly back, you swap to archer, and now you're very good, or you're in a much better position than you were previously in case you do need some space, depending on what type of arsenal that you're using. The other really great thing about it is all the heals for an absolute shit ton, and you control who that heal is going on by swapping whatever character that needs the most heals inside that circle. Whoever's live and is in that circle is going to be healed for a metric shit ton. So Bennett, in my opinion, because of his fire element, so that way you can pair him with Zhang Ling, you will get a lot of usability from that double pyro, because, I mean, not everybody's just going to have the loop in order to do that. While his damage will get better with later Constellation as a DPS role himself, we're not talking about that in this video, but I think Bennett is a solid character. To build him. So if you do need a, I mean, even an assist healer, he can do like pseudo both. Yeah, he's a great option. Next, we're talking about Fish. This unit's fucking broken. If you don't know that now, you have not been on YouTube. She's very good because she can do an entire kit off the field with E and Q in order to perpetuate the turret that she drops in the form of the bird. If you have more constellations, you can also be a great main damage dealer, or if you run her on a bow, like slingshot, or rust. She's great. Stordless is her best slot weapon for her assist roll, but she can pretty much do everything besides heals. She's one of the best units in the entire game. For me, I still struggle to find a team that she doesn't work on. So if you have her, you should build her, especially if you like her, because she's fucking crazy. So Bido's great, but she's a bit harder to use because you have to know the enemy that you're fighting first before you actually fight them. So I would say she's one of the more higher skill cap champions. That being said, she is a great option as a main damage dealer. She cannot support, she cannot assist effectively. You do what you want with your account, but as for me, the way I play, she fits into the DPS role and the DPS role only. She's very good, because once again, if you know the enemies, you can do some crazy amounts of damage. She's probably one of the hardest hitters in the entire game if you know your matchups, and her ult's just really good. It's good for single target and AoE because the damage that it does is absolutely insane. All right, now Chong Yun can be your main DPS, but he's also a great assist for melee teams only. You cannot pair him with a bunch of casters and a bunch of bow users.
Who's next? No time to lose.
Charity. So this video has made $780 approximately. I don't know why, but that's actually kind of low for the amount of views we got. I don't know if it's because I said... now I'm worried I'm gonna say it's gonna demonetize the video. Jambling? Let's say jambling. I don't know if it's because I said that or I swore or what. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna donate $1,000. But I need a recommendation for a good gambling rehabilitation charity of some sort. I get freaked out by charities that they're gonna like not use the money for good, or that they're like a scam. I think there's a lot of charities out there that aren't actually good. And so if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments below. I haven't made my decision yet, and I would like to get this done as soon as possible, but I wanted to update you on that. Now, let's update on our character. We made some insane progress. But first, a quick little shout out to a new sponsor of the channel. Hey everyone, MTash here, and I have an awesome announcement to make. I'm going to be partnering up with the Lung Health Foundation to bring you some really hilarious content. So let me give you a little sneak peek.
We have some breaking news. The city has come under siege by hostile Martian warlords. But first, the weather.
Seems like once again, I must rise to the city's defense as the Tucker!
Has frequent cannabis smoking foiled the Toker once again? Find out at thetokeronline.ca.
Listen, I'm a gamer, but I'm also a dad. And I really care about your lungs, okay? I don't want you putting hot, smoky, tarry garbage up there all day when there's some amazing alternatives. If you enjoy cannabis, that's fine. But maybe take a peek at the link down below at some other ways you can use it and keep yourself healthy and safe. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and I cannot wait to show you the amazing content we have planned. Now, this event was actually a game changer, and we're only partway through. Between the amount of Primo Gems you get here, like, this actually reset from yesterday. So we got 90 yesterday. We haven't finished this up, but there's going to be another 90 today. And on top of that, there's the actual, like, the quests here. That's another 120. And there's going to be some more unlocking tomorrow. And there's going to be other ones tomorrow. And if there's both to do, there's quite a few Primo Gems available for free-to-play players here. You don't have to spend any money to get all these Primo Gems. This is honestly a game changer. This is going to make my account better than, like, free-to-play God at this rate. And that's a reroll account with a bunch of 5 stars. This amount of Primo Gems has been amazing, but the big one is progress. These things, right, these lead you to an area, and so what I've been doing is I just go get all the Animoculus. And then today, one of the other regions is here. So I've just been going and clearing out all the Animoculus, the Geoculus, doing all the chests, while I find all these meteor things. And typically, the meteors are near Geoculus. It's been insane. I'm getting like 2, 3, 4 adventure ranks a day. Now, I play a lot, right? I know. But we are soaring. We're already at adventure rank 28. Like, every video, I'm going up a bunch. Tomorrow, we're going to hit AR 30. We're going to start doing some ascensions, get some weapons going. This is crazy. Now, I still have a whole bunch of quests. I've still got some main story quests I got to do. We've got some world quests, and we still got all of these bad boys ready to go, which is great. Also, why do I have 5 out of 8 for daily commissions? Did I forget to do a daily commission? What? What's going on there? Anyways, things are looking good experience-wise. We've got a lot of chests and things to find. We've still got a lot of Animoculus, Geoculus. Nothing really has changed on our characters. They've gotten a little bit of experience just from, like, doing missions and killing enemies and all that stuff. But this is all pretty much standard. We've leveled up as far as we can, and we've got our weapon refined as far as we can. AR 30 is the next big change. But I wanted to just show some clips and updates from my my stream. And that's pretty much it. HP is for babies. Who needs them? What's it? You gonna kill me? I got 66 HP. I don't gotta heal. What? You gonna hit me with that? Not. What about that one? Not a chance. Bring your sister. Bring your sister. Man, I'm crushing still. My weapon's not even upgraded yet.
Don't waste
Nice.
Why do I love being a doctor at Kaiser Permanente?
Our team of
Boys, that looks like a couple of wishes, doesn't it? We're gonna go like this. We're gonna level you up. We'll level you up. He's level 4. 8. We're gonna... Oh! Oh no, I have those. Okay. I have them. Don't worry. I was like, wait, what? All right, let's ascend them. Let's ascend them. Get that physical damage bonus. Ooh. Ooh. We've leveled them up. Now we're gonna give him some more levels. We're gonna just hop over here, give him some 3 levels. Nice. All right, level 49. As for his weapon, we can enhance this as well. Enhanced it. Enhanced it. And we can add all these in. Look at this. Beautiful. Do you know what? I don't got time for this. There we go. Yeah, just kidding. Ooh, baby. We can't do another level up till AR 30. Easy game. Lots of primo gems. Woo! Woo! Do all these little quests here. Spiral Abyss, sir? Yep, we will later. Got lots of time for that. We got tons of time for that. If you are doing anything though, but look at this. Like this is easy. This is easy. Look at it. Primo gems. Oh god, that's so nice. We got a bunch of these. If I wanted to, in the event shop, I could go buy a bunch of experience in it, right? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy a bunch of these right now. Look at this. Boom. I'll wait. Because I want to see how much. But look at this one. Save for this one long term. This is a talent upgrade material that you need if you want to get from 12 to 13 on your talent, or 9 to 10. So you get +3 from your talents, but if you want to max out your talent, you need this material, and you can only get it during events. Everyone should save for this. If you plan on playing this game long term, if you don't get this, you are missing out. So you can't unlock it yet. Tomorrow, you should be able to do the activity that unlocks it. But everyone needs to save for this item. That should be your priority. Also, there's little quests. Each day, there's 3 quests. 120 primo gems a day. And you get some of the resource. On top of that, there's these as well. So you're actually getting 120 plus 90. You're actually getting like 210 primo gems a day. So that's not bad. You're entering 25, baby. What's that? Got another one. Incredible. I don't know if I got them all in the region, but I feel like I must have gotten pretty much all of them. I'm getting them. I'm getting them.
No time to lose.
Do I have a key for this? I don't. I don't have a key, lads. We're getting like so much progress just from doing all this stuff. It's actually nice. I think you just turn this in, like you just like go here and say, hey, where's that girl? Maybe she was a ghost. Maybe she was a ghost this whole time. Ooh, spooky.
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Now, this is a lot of experience. It's a great amount of experience. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. Oh! Bro, this artifact could change everything. Please give me recharge or elemental map.
Go, go, go! That's how you do it! What the hell is this place?
Mastery. Recharge your elemental mastery.
Alright, good game, boys. I'm gonna head off for the night. Start stream tomorrow. Thanks for anybody watching. If you kind of like what you see, go ahead and follow. And appreciate all the support.